Have you ever wondered about the top aura moments in bluelock? What moments do you think have the most aura? How do these moments affect each other? Continue watching this video to find out. The top 10 aura moments that I will be mentioning shortly are all in no particular order. I'm also sure that there are going to be a lot of moments that I missed out on. But with this manga being super focused on aura, there are just going to be too many moments for me to look into. With this, I want you guys to mention some moments that you feel like deserve to make the list and discuss about it in the comment section. From what I can remember and feel like deserve to make the list, here are the top 10 moments in bluelock with the most aura. I'm going to start this off with Aiku taking down Shido during his introduction towards the Japan U20 team. With Shido being chosen by Itoshi Sai as his only condition to play for Japan's U20, he was able to go up against bluelock. We know that Shido is really violent and messed up in the head, so he just slammed Sendo's head on the table while he was being pressed by Itoshi Sai. Shido then attempts to attack Sendo again, but his kick gets grabbed by Aiku and then gets slammed and pinned onto the ground. We then get introduced to Aiku and the rest of the defensive line. This was a good way to show the strength and power of Japan's U20 defense, which would be a great counterpart to bluelock's team of strikers. Next up, we have Barou during his game against Japan's U20. I can't say that him scoring a goal was the only time he had aura. You could sense it ever since he entered the match due to how hungry he was and how much he wanted to destroy Isagi. The way Ego explains it just shows how much his ego and desire to crush Isagi can change the course of the game. There's a reason why he calls himself the king. Now, Barou's goal was the exact moment to talk about as he ties the game at 3-3 for bluelock. With him raging and taking his jersey off, it was just crazy. I know that this is just one of the many moments that are going to go wild as soon as it gets animated. If you're enjoying this video so far, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to let me know that you want more videos just like this. Aside from Barou's U20 goal, we have what I believe was the best goal scored during the U20 match. Shido's bicycle kick from way outside the penalty box was not just a crazy attempt, but a crazy shot that actually went in and shocked Itoshi Sai. With him being the first to enter the flow, he was able to take the lead against bluelock and let the world know his name. I mean, look at this panel right here. This is another goal just can't wait to see animated. However, he probably just lost all of his aura after running straight to Itoshi Sai and jumping onto his back. We first get introduced to Kaiser during the start of the NEL arc. Or technically, he was teased during the last panel of the U20 game with him answering a call. With his reveal, I just knew he was going to be cold. During the Bastard München match, we knew he was the best player on the field aside from Noah. The first time we saw the Kaiser impact, it just showed the skill gap between the players and how big of an obstacle Isagi would have to climb. But right now, we know that Isagi is doing really well. During that current time, Kaiser was just different, and actually still is. The last U20 goal that I will be talking about is Isagi's game-winning goal against Japan's U20 team to save the rest of the bluelock players' careers. After being a major factor during the U20 game without scoring a goal by forcing Rin to get into the flow, forcing Barou to devour him, and much more, he was finally blessed with a goal to win the game. After a crazy win, he ends the arc with an even crazier statement by saying that he will lead Japan to a win in the U20 World Cup. With this, it's looking like we're going to get a U20 World Cup arc in the future. Next up, we have Isagi during the second selection. This doesn't need much explaining as he was able to carry his momentum from the first selection after defeating Nagi and the undefeated Team V. He was able to make Ryo mentally break down multiple times, school Barou, and mark the beginning of Itoshi Rin's obsession with him. He just carried the most aura after winning his 3v3 against Chigiri, Ryo, and Kunigami, acting as the team's main guy. This will be the last time I mention the U20 game, but Itoshi Rin's performance during the end of the match was just crazy to not talk about, as he destroys Japan's defense and breaks through, crushing each defender's strongest point instantly. What's crazy is that he doesn't even try to avoid them. Instead, he rushes into the defenders intentionally and brings out their strong points and destroys it head on. It just ruins everyone's spirits with how arrogant and irrational he played. Sadly, it didn't last long as he was not able to finish the goal and gets the final goal taken away by Isagi. Next up, we have Lavinho showing off against Bastard München with his goal in the NEL. After entering the field with only 3 minutes to work with, he takes advantage of Isagi interfering with his duel against Noah. Lavinho uses Isagi as a wall to block off Noah and is then given one-on-ones with the rest of Bastard München's defenders, making them dance as they fall in order to give FC Barca a 2-1 lead. His goal and celebration were just crazy as he had all the freedom to do what he wants with nobody there to stop him. Next up, we have Barou during pretty much the whole match in the Ubers vs Bastard München game. With him as the Ubers main striker, he has the power to perform like the king that he is, and with that title, he had the whole Ubers team supporting his goals. Barou was just taking over in this game, and was almost able to pull it off. Aside from this, he also rebelled against Nuffy on how to play the game, and was able to show off that big ego of his with a super goal. Last but not least, we have Isagi's version during the match against Manshine City. Despite not scoring a goal in this match, Isagi's presence and ego was heavily felt in this match. He was pressing Kaiser, fed Yukimiya, and devoured the world's number 2 in Chris Prince, making him currently have a grudge on him. It's going to be interesting to see the rematch in the world stage in the future. This was the match when Isagi was finally able to be aware of and use his metavision, making him fatigued. Once he was aware, he just gained so much aura and started to take over. I know that there are way more moments that I missed that had a lot of aura. Just so that you guys don't press me too much, I can mention some honorable mentions that just popped up in my head. I can remember Barou having a lot of aura during the first selection, especially his entrance during his match against Team Z. I mean, when did Barou ever not have aura aside from passing to Isagi for the first time? He's always been him. I can't forget to mention Itoshi Sai as well, with his nonchalant but cold act. Then we have moments when Nagi actually ends up trying to play the game. There are just too many for me to mention, so I would like you guys to pick up on that. The farther we get into the story, the more moments we will live to see. With the second season of bluelock coming real soon, I know that we're going to have a treat, and I hope they do these moments right with better animation. Let me know what you guys are excited to see as well. What do you think are some moments that I missed? Would you want me to make a video on the top 10 aura-less moments in bluelock? I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have other what-if ideas that you would like to see, let me know down in the comments. Have you ever wondered what would have happened if Isagi had Julian Loki speed? Check this video out right here. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content just like this. Thank you for watching.